While the new Spider-Man Homecoming film hits theaters, we can't help but recall one of our favorite characters in the Spideyverse. Venom is a symbiote who attaches to several hosts and absorbs their powers, as well as making them a little crazy. The symbiote has become one of Spidey's greatest foes, and has done so by attaching to so many different hosts. Want to know just how many this villain is possessed? Watch our video and find out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things CBR.
Nobody's getting hurt?
Deadpool. We can all agree that Venom is one scary villain. Now, what do you think happens when you combine the symbiote with one of Marvel's most famous characters? Deadpool, the fourth wall-breaking merc with a mouth, is no stranger to borrowing other Marvel heroes' shticks. He's held Mjolnir. He's worn Iron Man's suit. He's even hulked out. His latest series, Back in Black, doesn't see him taking the black symbiote out on loan from anyone. It suggests that the Venom suit was Deadpool's to begin with. Even before Peter Parker got a hold of the alien symbiote, Deadpool had a fling with the sentient ooze. Wait a minute. What?
I know, right?
According to Deadpool, shortly after the original Secret Wars series, which saw Spidey first wear the black suit came crawling back from the psychotic mercenary. Partly to save itself from the bounty hunters on the lookout for the symbiote, it bonds with Deadpool in the midst of a pitched battle with Dancin' Macabre and Aaron Stack Machine Man. Predictably, things get pretty gruesome, but Venom Pool is even more ruthless than when the two are separate.
Okay, I just thought I remembered somebody saying last week that her fantasy was to live in a chocolate house.
Well, that's impractical.
Spider Gwen. Gwen Stacy, the doomed character who we can't get over. For those who don't know, in the main Marvel continuity, she was Peter Parker's first love, and the woman whose death haunts him the most. Don't be too sad, kids. There exists another Gwen Stacy, a Gwen from Earth 65, which saw her get bitten by the radioactive spider instead of Peter. On that Earth, Gwen becomes Spider-Woman, or, as we know her best, Spider Gwen.
I'm in trouble.
This variation of Gwen debuted in the Spider-Verse crossover event, and she was instantaneously and massively popular. She now has her own ongoing series, which sees her stuck on Earth 616 after hers was destroyed in the events of Secret Wars. We don't know much about her own version of the Venom symbiote. All we can say for sure is that artist Robbi Rodriguez is retiring from comics, and the Gwenom arc will be his swan song. He told Newsarama, "In the tradition of Spider Gwen, we just made another book out of a pun we came up with in a bar." Well, great ideas come from odd places, right? All we know is we can't wait to read it. For those of you who love ad-free viewing and free things, we're excited to announce the Premium Network. The Premium gets you early access to videos from CBR, The Gamer, Screen Rant, and many other great channels. Literally thousands of videos in one place with ad-free browsing. How sweet is that? Sign up for the Premium by clicking the link to start binge-watching videos from your favorite channels.
What's that smell?
That's a little something called nice and easy.
Eddie Brock. Enter Eddie Brock. You remember him, right? He was an aspiring journalist. That is, until Brock was humiliated when Spider-Man got the scoop on a story Eddie had staked his career on. So sad. But can his life really get any worse than being humiliated by Peter? Well, after he was abandoned by his wife and father, Brock focused all his energy on attaining physical perfection, all while nursing his hatred for Spider-Man. Sounds like a very healthy way to cope, right? Eventually driven to attempt suicide, Eddie Brock found himself at the same church where Peter Parker had rid himself of the symbiote. Drawn by Eddie's despair and adrenaline, the alien life form bonded with the man. They fed off each other's hate for Spider-Man, driving each other insane. Neither had been so violent before. He nicknamed himself Venom after what he was paid to spew these days for tabloid newspapers. We gotta say, that's pretty poetic. After attempting to kill Spider-Man on multiple occasions, Eddie eventually became something of an anti-hero. After the Venom symbiote had left, he went on to bond with other symbiotes, such as Anti-Venom and, most recently, Toxin.
I'm gonna die surrounded by the biggest idiots in the galaxy.
Most of the Guardians of the Galaxy. While adventuring across space with the Guardians of the Galaxy, Flash Thompson began to suspect the symbiote was getting a little bit strange. Well, stranger. Flash was losing control and threatening his teammates. While he rested, the Guardians considered jettisoning the symbiote into the blackness of space.
What do you still have it for?
Unfortunately, a panicked symbiote then attached itself to Groot. Rocket Raccoon managed to separate them, only to become a host himself. Finally, Drax intervened and was subsequently taken over by the now completely mad alien. Using Drax, the symbiote defeated the remaining Guardians and took the ship to its home planet. The Guardians learned that the symbiote species, called the Clintar, were actually a peaceful one and only became violent violent when they were bonded with unstable individuals. Once on the planet, the symbiote was purged of its insanity and returned to Flash more powerful than ever. Together, they joined the agents of the cosmos, doing good deeds across the universe. Wow, who could have thought that this crazy symbiote could be an agent for good?
I don't want to fight you, Flash.
I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
Flash Thompson. This next one is a true testament to the Venom symbiote's powers. After the vicious Mac Gargan's arrest, the US government was in possession of the Venom symbiote. Finally, it was in trusty hands, right? Right? Well, despite being locked and secure, they needed a trustworthy person to bond it to. Enter Flash Thompson. Yeah, we know what you're thinking. Isn't that the guy who was a total jerk to our friendly neighborhood Spidey as a teen?
Sorry.
The answer is yes, that's the very same Flash Thompson. A one-time bully and eventual friend of Peter Parker, Eugene Flash Thompson has been a soldier through and through. Wounded in battle, his legs were amputated, leaving him with the skills to kill, but not the ability. When he and the symbiote were joined, the creature replaced his legs, one of Venom's many cool powers. Along with the new limbs, the symbiote also gifted him a heretofore unknown new set of symbiote powers. Like Carnage, this suit could create bladed weapons and shaped itself to resemble body armor at Flash's behest. Together they fought threats both terrestrial and galactic, joining the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy on different occasions. Look like the symbiote isn't always used for bad, right?
You're getting on my nerves.
I have a knack for that.
Not anymore.
Doc Ock. This one involves a little comic book magic via mind swapping, because comic book logic is the best kind of logic, right? Our story begins shortly after Dr. Otto Octavius had swapped minds with Peter Parker, leaving the hero to die in the doctor's cancer-riddled body. That sounds like a pretty awful trade, doesn't it? Doc Ock, in Peter's body, encountered the symbiote's latest host, Flash Thompson. Promising to perform surgery that would graft robotic legs to Flash's body, Octavius instead forcibly removed the symbiote from Flash's body and bonded it to himself. Thus was born the superior Venom, a madder, more powerful parasite, combined with the cruelty of Doc Ock and Spider-Man's superpowers.
Oh, she'll be just fine. Let's talk.
Superior Venom went on to angrily berate Aunt May and MJ for criticizing his friend's height, before finding a gang of bank robbers and nearly killing them. So much drama. The Avengers arrived and, with the help of Flash in an Iron Man suit, managed to remove the symbiote once again. But not before Otto escaped. Upon returning to Flash, the symbiote could only communicate that a dramatic change had taken place in Peter's mind. Oh, comic books. We love you.
Congratulations. You get to be one of my last catches.
Kron Stone. In comic book worlds, anything is possible, and Marvel Comics is no exception. We know that in the realm of Marvel, there are multiple universes where other heroes exist as other characters, or others are still alive, and a whole bunch of other crazy awesomeness. In Marvel's 2099 universe, Miguel O'Hara is Spider-Man. In an attempt to rid himself of addiction to a potent drug, Miguel underwent a risky genetic procedure, but came out the other side with spider-like abilities. Meanwhile, his half-brother, Kron Stone, was a rising star in the criminal underworld. He ordered the death of Jake Gallows' family, prompting that man to become the Punisher of 2099. In retaliation, Gallows attacked Kron, leaving him for dead in a sewer, where the criminal encountered the aging, insane Venom symbiote. This Venom possessed powers no other version of the symbiote had, among them an acidic slime that covered his entire body. Ew! Miguel had the entire city blast the volume in all of their speakers to a tremendous volume, blasting the symbiote and separating it from Kron for good.
Don't freak out. Huh?
Conrad Marcus. In yet another universe known as the Ultimate Marvel Universe, the symbiote story remains the same until Eddie Brock Jr.'s defeat. Conrad Marcus, a scientist working for Roxxon, obtained a sample of the Venom symbiote and attempted to track down who he believed to be the new Spider-Man. Well, that never goes well, does it? Especially considering the symbiote hates Spider-Man. Despite his target, Jefferson Davis, insisting he wasn't the wall crawler, Marcus persisted, grievously injuring Davis before help would arrive in the form of Miles Morales, the actual new Spider-Man.
Whoa! Yeah.
Obsessed much, Marcus? After a lengthy battle, Marcus managed to subdue Morales and proceeded to devour him in front of Miles' mother, Rio Morales. Once finished with his meal, he fatally attacked Rio. Miles, however, managed to burst out of Marcus, knocking the suit off him in the process. While Miles tended to his mother, Conrad Marcus was taken out by the police. Miles' mother unfortunately didn't make it. But don't worry, he would be reunited with her when the Ultimate Universe and Earth 616 were merged after the events of Secret Wars.
Look at little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
Spider-Man. Let's take a moment to go back to the beginning for a second. The rumors are true, said the cover of Amazing Spider-Man number 252, as Spidey swung from rooftop to rooftop, rescued civilians underarm, all while wearing a brand new black and white costume. It was the first major costume change Spidey had ever received, all inspired by a fan's suggestion. Most comic readers, however, were not too happy with the new look and requested Marvel change it back. So in the ongoing Secret Wars event, which covered the costume's origin, it was revealed that the suit was really an alien life form, trying to bond permanently with Peter.
This isn't over. You will be ours.
Using a device of Mr. Fantastic, the creature was blasted off of Spider-Man. Does this mean the fans actually were behind the creation of Venom? Fans can be fickle, however. An opinion on the new suit turned positive. Well, it was a pretty cool suit. The web crawler would go on to wear a black suit for 4 years, whether as an alien goo or inert fabric. The sentient living slime, known as the symbiote, would become part of the Marvel Universe and would seek a new host once Peter has exorcised himself of it.
Anyone who had lunch, get ready to lose it.
Miss Marvel. During the events of Siege, in which Norman Osborn and his Dark Avengers attempted to take over Asgard, Mac Gargan, while still in the Venom suit, was causing relentless chaos. And of course, why wouldn't he? He had fully given in to his cannibalistic urges. What can be more dangerous than that? In the midst of all the discord and chaos, Gargan was gleefully chowing down on Asgardians when Spider-Man and Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers, showed up to put a stop to him. Using her cosmic powers to rip Gargan out of the suit, Miss Marvel thought the job was done, but things aren't always as easy as they seem, are they? She'd gotten rid of the problem, that is until the symbiote bonded with her, becoming an immensely more dangerous threat. The cool and scary thing about the symbiote is that it takes on the traits of its host, and with her abilities, the new and improved Venom was nearly unstoppable. While Spider-Man led Venom on a chase through town, Carol was trying to regain control from within.
You don't know me at all.
She tricked the symbiote into using her powers too greedily, blasting itself off with her in the process. It instantly rebonded with Gargan, and the siege continued. Well, we can't win everything, can we?
A slow descent, clever, but you won't save her that way.
Well, there you have it, folks. Venom has been everywhere. Which of these incarnations was your favorite? We think they're all pretty awesome. Did we miss any? Let us know in the comments below. While you're here, don't forget to check out more videos from our awesome playlist and subscribe to stay up to date with all things CBR. Thanks for watching.